Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel. This is Natalie and Miley with Empty Your Closet for Miley. Don't start. Don't start. Hold on. I'm having a couple people message me. I'm hoping that. Oh, my mom's here. I'm here. So excited about this. Me too. Hold on a second. Sorry, I won't make it. I'm saying I get it. No problem. We'll miss you. Okay. I just want to see because I had a couple people. Um. Anyway, so okay, it says there are two people in here. I honestly have no idea who we're going to have in here. I know several people I've messaged that are part of my main channel. Are going to try to be here if they're awake. Which I think is funny because my normal lives on my main channel are at 9:30. But I know it's Sunday and Monday is the start of the new week. So there may not be anybody here. There may be a ton of people here. I don't know. This is a brand new channel, my first live on here. But we will see what happens. Mom, are you still here? Because it only says one person now, but no. Relax. Relax your face. Relax the face. Relax the face. Even though this is your channel, relax your face. Relax the face. Okay, so we just got a like, but nobody is come in here. But I don't understand. But anyway, okay, yes, ma'am. Baba's on. Baba says hi. Okay. Oh my goodness, you have stuff all over you again. I just cleaned you earlier. What did you do? Wait. No. Oh my goodness, Miley. I don't know what you keep getting yourself into. That's all. Oh my gosh. Look at. Oh, I forgot to clean your feet when we came in this time. And I forgot you went running. Oh, you silly monkey. No. Okay, I know. I just riled you up. Relax. I'll clean your feet later. But that's just gross, Miley. Just gross. Well, I mean, it's not gross. They're just a little dirty. Hey, Nat and Miley. Hey, Granny D. Welcome. How are you? So I know my mom knows what this channel's about and what my ultimate goal is. I don't know if, Granny D, I'm pretty sure you know what my plan is. Sorry, I'm trying to clean her feet. Just gross dog. I don't know if you know exactly what I'm planning on doing. I guess I should just start talking about it because we may have people that watch the replay and want to know. But I created this channel with the hopes of raising awareness for animal shelters and rescues, and the fact that they are all in need of donations. And whether it's half of the goal was to because my main channel is in the crafting community, half of the goal was, or half of the idea was that for crafters, whether you sew and you have a lot of material or you crochet and knit and you have a lot of yarn, we all have yarn and material that we bought for a purpose but have never used and will probably never use for that original purpose again, and or just in general. So the idea was to make, whether it's animal blankets or clothes or whatever the case is, and donate it to your local animal shelter and or rescue. And then the other half was for those that are not crafters and or don't have the time to make extra things for animals, that you may have things around the house that you, first of all, that once you find out if or where your local animal shelters and rescues are and you research to find out what it is that they need, then going around your house and clearing anything out that you may have that they need and then donating it to them. And or doing monetary donations, sending them money or whatever, And or if you don't have local ones, or you don't have the time to research what it is they may need, or make something, or go through your house, or whatever the case is, or you simply physically can't, or would love to donate, whatever the reason may be, but you wanted to donate, but you don't have the time, or you don't have the areas around you that you could send anything you have either at home to me, and I will open it on camera so that there's as much transparency as possible, but that I'll open it up on camera on this channel. Well, if it's marked that it's for animals, then I would know it's for this channel, and I would simply just open it on this channel. If it's something that I don't know if it's for me, for my main channel, or for this channel, I'd open it on my main channel, then show it on this channel. This is everything I received, money, items, whatever the case is, and then also doing a video showing you me actually dropping it off, so that you can see and feel comfortable that what I'm getting is actually being donated, and I'm not just doing this to keep everything, because that's totally not what this is about. She has enough stuff. This is Miley. She doesn't need anything. Believe me, she would love a ton of stuff, but she doesn't need it. And when doing this, whether donating things you made, or donating things around your house, or sending it to me, obviously I'm going to do it on behalf of hashtag Empty Your Closet for Miley. But if you donate something, whether it's money or items to your local shelter or rescue, that hopefully you would be willing to do it on behalf of Empty Your Closet for Miley, using the hashtag. And if not, that's fine, but doing it on behalf of Empty Your Closet for Miley, so that ultimately people around the world would get to know what this Empty Your Closet for Miley is. And even, and it's not a matter of, I'm hoping that if you do this and they say, oh, what's Empty Your Closet for Miley, that yes, you direct them to my channel so that they know what's happening. It's not so that my channel grows and for my benefit. It's so that once I'm able to set this up as an official charitable foundation, which I've already met with my CPA, I know I'm searching for reasonably priced and trustworthy attorney that can do all the paperwork and everything else that I would need to do to be able to establish a non-for-profit and do the trademarks that I need to do, and do everything, which of course is going to take money, time, people, etc. But once I'm able to get to that, which probably won't be until realistically the new year sometime, that hopefully this would be out there enough and people would recognize the name enough that it would make it a little bit easier, because there's something already established. And that then I can, because obviously as a charitable foundation, you need, I'm going to need lawyer, my accountant, hopefully volunteers. And then ultimately, if it gets blown up as much as I'm hoping it will, making a huge difference for animals, employees, and, going that whole distance. But that's where the goal is. And that's basically what this is about. And again, it's all to raise awareness for animal shelters and rescues, because as you guys know, I absolutely love animals, and I got her from a rescue. I got my older German Shepherd when she was alive from a rescue, and our younger German Shepherd, my ex-husband and I, we got her through a friend's breeder. A breeder who was a friend of a friend, actually. Miley, stop. Sorry, there's just dirt everywhere now because of your face. Because of this dirty little face. Anyway, so that's basically what the idea is behind this. Now, I do have, this channel isn't monetized because I only have before I started the live, I think I had 32 subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Granny D, because I got a few from your channel, from your live. But this channel isn't monetized, so on lives you can't actually do a super chat or anything. I do have a Cash App account set up. The ID is in the description box below. It's $EmptyClosetForMiley. So if anybody does do a direct donation to that account, 100% of it will go towards the animals. And my problem is you can't take a screenshot showing the amount collected for security purposes, just like from when you're logged onto your bank on an app, they don't allow you to do screenshots for security purposes. So I'm trying to figure out a way so that I can still show you guys what was collected and for the transparency purposes of it. I haven't found a report that I can print. But I'm still looking into that. But 100% of anything donated directly to the Empty Closet for Miley Cash App account, 100% of it will always go to the animals. And I will always let you guys know what was collected. And then I'll show you on video the money order or cashier's check that I get in that amount. And then, of course, show you or do it on video where I'm actually dropping it off. So again, there's transparency on that. But once a month on my main channel, Natalie's Closet, the link is in the description box below. I'm going to do a special live because that channel is monetized. I'm going to do a special live, and any super chats that I get and or direct donations to my Natalie's Closet Cash App account, from super chats, 80% of the net amount that I receive. So 30% is always taken. YouTube always takes 30% of it. So 80% of the net is going to go to the animals. And then 20% is going to go to me for like administrative fees, like gas, the flyers and postcards I'm planning on printing out, postage for sending out postcards, that kind of thing. And then from the Cash App account, which I don't get a fee, they don't charge a fee to receive money. I just have to pay like 50-cent fee to transfer it into my account, which, come on, I can pay that. 80% of anything donated on that special live to my Natalie's Closet Cash App account, 80% of that will go to the animals. 20% again is going to go to administrative fees. On this channel, any monetary donations directly to the $ Empty Closet for Miley, 100% of it is going to always go to the animals. I'm doing it that way since this is specifically for this, whereas on my other channel, that'll at least give me a little bit to have towards everything else I'm needing to do for it, especially since I do have 3 other channels, my main channel, which is my full-time one, and then 2 other ones, which are kind of like, one is just has 1 video and is going to be very slow for a while, and then the cooking one, as we're able to do more, we're going to do more, but those I'm not really worried about, but I hope that all makes sense. I did share the list from my SPCA. You know what? I'm going to go get it. It's in my bag, but hold on a second. Hey, Natalie, Miley, hope you're having a good day. Thank you, Denise. How are you? Welcome. Yay, hello, Natalie and live chatters. I'm so excited for you and Miley starting this channel. I'll be using your hashtag very soon over here in Australia. Thank you. Donating to the animal shelter we got our Dane. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's great that you got a few from Squirrel Corner. Yes, thank you very much. Hopefully I can remember to keep shouting this channel out. Anytime you can come to my lives will help me remember, and in case folks have questions. Yes, thank you, Granny D. I greatly appreciate that. You are awesome, and just shouting out my main channel and this channel. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. And yes, this live is designed for anybody that may have questions on what the purpose of this thing is, or if anybody needs clarification on how things work or what's going to happen or whatever. This is the time to go ahead and ask those questions. And I do appreciate several channel creators that I know. One in the UK who's planning on shouting my channel and my cause out, but she's going to help all of her area people know which rescue and shelter to donate to there. And then a couple others that said they were going to, when they have something to donate, they will mention it on video and mention my channel, this channel, and the cause that I'm trying to start, and that type of thing. So I appreciate that. And then, of course, like Leanne in Australia, she's going to be donating on behalf of the hashtag Empty Your Closet for Miley. Amy donated to her local shelter, and when they get it, they typically share on their Facebook page where donations came from. And she put a note on there asking them if they could please hashtag Empty Your Closet for Miley on that donation. So I haven't seen it yet. I searched for it today. I didn't see anything. She said she's going to follow up with them to see what's going on. But hey, Larissa, Cowgirl, and Leanne. Hi, Granny D and Leanne. You know what? I realized, well, my mom doesn't really know about moderation on here, but let me make a couple of you mods here. Okay. We were up to 7 people. We're at 5 now. If you guys haven't hit the thumbs up button, if you could do so, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's see. So I haven't had a chance to reach out to my neighbors, but I did reach out to everybody in my office and gave them the list. My boss's wife, right now things are kind of crazy for them, but they are going to be moving once their house is built. Obviously they're going to be preparing prior to that. So she has the list and she's, going to be collecting stuff. Once I get things from her and or anybody else that's going to be doing this, okay, is when I'll start doing, I'm going to start doing other videos. Well, I may do like a little, like little clips of her, whether they're older ones or even ones that I take now, and just kind of post them every so often. I am planning on creating a Facebook group as well as an Instagram account for this. I just don't want to do it until I know I have the time to be able to also monitor it, because I don't know. This could end up, I'm wanting this to go huge, obviously. But at the same time, I need to make sure that I have time to be responding to everything that could be happening. And I guess it all depends. If this gets as big as I'm hoping it will, obviously that's going to be taking a lot of my time. So I may have to adjust what I do on my main channel. Hopefully it won't be much that I have to adjust, especially since, unless this happens to blow up huge before January, which would be amazing if it did, and I'd be all for it. I'll have a little bit more time then to be able to devote to both. So yeah, I don't know if anybody has any questions. I'll help. I know you will. Miley says she's already hired her Baba, which is grandmother, or grandma, to help with everything. So yeah, she's gonna be my volunteer for a while, at least until this gets to a point. Because I asked my CPA, because right now I have 4 channels. I have my main business, which is Natalie's Closet, which is also my other channel name. And then I have my 2 other channels. So I'm in the process of working with my CPA to register my LLC for my parent company, and then I'll have the other 3 listed under it. This one, she knows I'm wanting to go ahead and do as a charitable foundation, which would be a nonprofit. I may, until I'm at a point that I can get all of that, everything I need taken care of for that, I may go ahead and I wanted her on here in case we got a lot of people so they can meet her, but I may have to go ahead and give her a BONE because she's not too happy right now. And she's tired of me picking at her dirty feet trying to get the dirt off, because you spent a lot of time outside today and we're playing in the dirt, right? Say hi to your peeps. This is your channel. You should be talking to them. Oh, I know you're trying to talk to them, huh? You're trying to talk to them? What are you trying to tell them? That I'm a mean mommy because I won't give you your stuff, huh? She's really getting, hey, get away from my bumblebees. I don't want them all furry. Bumblebees don't have fur. Deer have fur, but you can't be near the deer either. Go ahead and give her. I will. I forgot to put her sheet on. Literally, we've been, I kind of laid, I think we both laid in bed. No, she was up even before me. kind of took advantage and laid in bed until like 7:15, which yesterday would have been 8:15. And I was watching TV. But then after that, my mom can tell you, I think we were nonstop until we both laid down for about 45 minutes, I think. And then it was just go, go, go until literally about 15 minutes before I started the live, when I came over from her house and got my drink, just did a couple things and then sat down and started the live. So I forgot to put her sheet on her bed and that. But I was lucky that I got everything else that I was wanting to have in order to, yeah. Because I'm also going to, talk a little bit crochet too. If I know that there are, obviously if there are a lot of people asking questions about what I'm wanting to do with this channel and for the animals, I'll be talking about that. But if it's at a point where it's, all of you amazing friends from Natalie's Closet, then we'll, chat a little bit about crafting and stuff, which I do have a question about hooks because I'm convinced of something and I think I just got the proof from it. But I'll talk to you guys about that in a little bit. So do you think you're cute or something? Sit. Why am I just giving this to you? No, sit. Good girl. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and give it to you because you're just cute, but I should be making you do stuff like I normally do. And she chews this little tiny piece of treat like it's a steak, but yet if you gave her a steak, she'd swallow it, like just swallow it. Maybe bite it once and that's it. And then it'd be gone. She's a silly little monkey, right? Yeah, stop wagging your tail. Your tail gets you in trouble. All right, let me go get her sheet really quick. And if you guys have any questions or want clarifications or, let me go get her sheet. Remind me about Amazon. I'll be right back. And for anybody that doesn't know how my lives go, I'll try to talk so that you guys maybe hear me. And I don't know what I want to talk about right now, but Miley. I did pick up, my mom and I were running errands all day yesterday, like literally from the morning until I can't remember. I think we got home about 7 o'clock in the evening. Maybe it was 6, and then really quick, and then parted our ways, and it was a crazy day. But I did pick up a couple bones. But crap, I was gonna start telling you guys something else. I don't remember. I think I may give her a little one today so that Tuesday she's got the big one because Tuesday will be longer than today's. And worst comes to worst, I'll give her the second little one tonight, but I don't think so. Did she fly off the bed? Yes, she did. There you go. Sit. Good girl. Let me wash my hands really quick. But my Tuesday lives normally go 3-4 hours, and tonight I'm hoping not to go much over 2 because we have an appointment to go to at 8 o'clock. We have to be there by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So, yeah. Oh, for my other channel, really quick. I decided that I'm only going to do getting to know you twice a month, just to make it easier for planning. Even though I guess technically it would almost make it easier doing it every week because then I don't have so many videos to go through. But that's what my plan is right now. That's why there wasn't one today, and there is not going to be one today. Not to mention the fact that we were literally nonstop all day yesterday and today. Craziness. I'm going to finally relax after this live. No, I'm not. What was I going to do? I was going to work on something, but I think I'm going to just relax. But Amazon. Thank you, Leanne. Okay, so Amazon, that was the other thing that I wanted to mention because I told you guys about the CashApp account. But with Amazon, for purposes. I know those of you that follow me from my other channel, Darn was hoping more folks would come here tonight. Well, you never know. Maybe more will. I let like, I want to say 10 or so people know. Maybe we'll still have. Oh, I got a notification for this live from, because I'm logged in as Natalie's Closet. But anyway, for those of you that are here that follow me on Natalie's Closet, you all know I've been resistant to putting up an Amazon wish list, because if I don't regularly buy stuff from Amazon for myself, because you all know I'm very passionate about supporting small business, I'm not going to ask you guys to just buy stuff off of there that I wouldn't normally buy. But I did kind of make a David's tea wish list. But I do have an Amazon wish list that is listed in the videos since Monday or Wednesday on my other channel, and that will always be in the description box of this channel from Amazon. That is specifically items that have been requested by my local SPCA, and for those people that can't donate to their local ones, don't have local shelters and animal shelters and rescues, don't have the time to do it, whatever the case is, but want to be able to donate and have stuff to be able to donate, but don't necessarily want to spend $100 shipping it to me, which I totally get, but want to donate, they can go to the Amazon wish list and find anything on there. Now, I'm still looking for some inexpensive sheets and towels, which my local SPCA always needs, and some more latex gloves and hand sanitizer and other items that are like on the lower, like less expensive end that they really need. But what I did was, on their website, they have links to certain items that they are specifically requesting if people are interested in donating. And I just went ahead and I took those specific items and added it to my Amazon wish list. Some things are more expensive. The reason why I did that was because I don't know who may get attracted to this channel and who may have money or wants to donate these larger items, and figured I'll just go ahead and put them on there, because you never know. But there are also like pill pockets and like nurse baby formula, but animal formula for cats and dogs. And there are other things on there, some toys that they had, Kong toys, and like, the toy, like the bowls that have like a puzzle in it, so fast eating dogs can slow down because they've got like a more of a challenge. Some brain activity type toys and stuff. So there are a few things on there. So if you don't have time, you don't have any local ones, or whatever the reason is that you're not able to donate locally, if you are still interested in donating, I will always have the Amazon wish list in the description box of every video on this channel. It's in the description box of this live also. And it'll always be in the description box of my Natalie's Closet channel. So if you ever want to go to it, you can. Obviously, if I'm getting stuff from Amazon, I'm not going to know if it's for me or for the animals. So I'll always open those on my main channel. And like I said, I will then share it on here for matters of transparency, so that everybody can see what I received. And again, I'll do a video of me dropping it off, so that, I don't want there to be any reason for anybody. I know those of you that have been following me for a while know I'm at least I try to be honest all the time, and I'm very upfront and everything. But there's going to be a lot of people, hopefully, that are going to be part of this channel, or first timers that don't know me, but yet, want to make sure that if they're going to send something, whether it's money or items, that they're going to know what's happening with it. And I'm not just doing this, like I said, to keep it for Miley. Believe me, she's got those 2 bins right there are filled with toys, brand new toys for her that I slowly go through, because she just doesn't go through them that fast. Her bones are her favorite other types of like treats type things, and that I can only get locally. So I mean, she's set. She doesn't need anything like that. And as far as money, I would never do that. That's why I'm trying to find a way to either print out a report or something, because I still have the $20 from you, Amazing D, from my special live last month on my main channel, and another donation from Amy that I'm going to cash out. I haven't cashed it out yet. That I'm going to cash out, and then get a money order, and then do the video showing this is the money order, and then me. And I'm going to do that as a separate one, because that was actually donated to my Natalie's Closet Cash App, and do a separate money order, dropping it off. Let me share it on my community tab. Oh, you're so sweet, Granny D. Thank you so much. I trust you for sure, but I see your point with new subscribers, etc. Yeah. So, I mean, those that don't know me, I mean, I think I am hoping I've made it obvious that, you know, I try to be as open, honest, and transparent, even on my other channel. But you guys, I've known many of you a lot longer. But yeah, new people that come on here, they don't know me from Adam, and I totally get. And it was funny because when we were having lunch with our accountant, we were talking about animal. Actually, we were talking about animals the entire time without even talking about this, what I'm wanting to set up. We just were talking because my accountant owns a horse. Her daughter owns a horse also. They had just gone riding, and so we were talking about animals and our animals and all how unique and how unique each animal is, and their personalities and all that kind of stuff. And so we were having conversation. Then we were almost done with eating, and she pulls out her notebook and she starts asking me about, you know, everything that I was wanting to talk to her about. And so when I was telling her what I was ultimately wanting to do with this channel, and I told her, you know, I mentioned to her that I've put out the request that if anybody donates locally to their own shelters and rescues, that they do it on behalf of Empty Your Closet for Miley, so that the name can get out there. There's recognition when I'm able to get this to where I want it to go. And I said, but I've also let people know that if they don't have the time, or they don't have any local, or whatever the case is, if they want to send it to me, whether it's monetary donations or actual items, that for matters of transparency, I'm going to, you know, show it on camera that when I get it and when I drop it off. She's like, exactly. That's exactly what you need to do. And I was like, oh, thank God I'm doing it right. Because I hadn't actually run it by her. I mean, I did my own due diligence as far as things that you should do if this is something you're wanting to do. Now, that's the other thing I wanted to mention. If some of whether it's other channel creators that I don't even realize know about this, or that, you know, or obviously, I mean, like Randy D, you have a channel. If anybody wants to do the same thing and run with it, and, you know, whether you mention that you got it from the idea from this channel or whatever. But if you decide you want to jump in and do your own thing with, you know, shelters and donations and everything, go for it. I think that would be awesome, because the more attention we can bring to, or more awareness we can bring to the needs of the animal shelters. Like my local SPCA takes in, I can't remember if it's 7, and I know I've said this a couple times, and I didn't actually look it back up to verify, but it's either 7,000 or 7,700. Let's see. Let me look it up finally, because it's going to drive me crazy. But I think it's like 7,700 animals. They take in like 7,700 animals, 7,500. I apologize. It's 75. For more than 80 years, we have cared for 7,500 animals annually that have been surrendered by their owners, along with injured wildlife. So 7,500 animals they take in, you know, they need to, and this is just one organization, which I mean, many people know the SPCA. Now, this isn't the ASPCA. This is my local SPCA, which for me is way different. I know, I mean, I've donated to them a lot, especially after my girls passed away. and stuff. But I mean, we've taken stuff to them a lot, but it's different than the ASPCA. I'm not knocking anybody, but I personally have vetted my local SPCA. Of course, there are local shelters. I was hoping to be able to work with Heidi's Legacy, which is where I rescued Miley. But I think they're very short-staffed. So they're not necessarily, I think they're probably like not scanning voicemails, but like going through, and if they, I don't know, but, and I haven't had a chance to actually drive over there. But my mom did find another, hold on. I do have a question. Have you set up the hashtag to follow yet, Natalie? I didn't realize I actually had to set it up. I started using it. Well, I primarily have used it on YouTube. I don't know. I'll talk to you. I thought just the more you use a hashtag is the way it gets recognized. If I'm wrong on that, please tell me. Honestly, that's just how I've always done when I've tried to get hashtags recognized, is just use it anywhere I can. If there's something I need to do specifically, please let me know. I'll admit I don't know it. But was the wow for the 7,500? Yeah. Hey, Wanda, welcome. I just have a minute. I will watch replay. Hi, everyone. Love you. Love you too, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Where's the shoe? I forgot when I read your comment, I didn't get a chance to respond, but this channel isn't monetized yet because I only have like 30 something subscribers. Once I reach the requirements, obviously I will apply for the YouTube partner program. And I don't have the thanks, like super chat thing yet on my other channel. I have my Cash App account set up. I don't do PayPal, unfortunately, for multiple reasons. But if you don't have Cash App, I have been thinking about starting Venmo also, because I have heard a lot of people also either in addition to Cash App use Venmo or only use Venmo and not Cash App. Otherwise, just wait until Tuesday on my live, and then you could do a super chat and just remind me that it's supposed to go to the animals, and then I'll make sure that goes to the animals. Does that make sense? I just didn't get a chance to respond to you. I'm so sorry. Thanks for coming, Crooked. Yes, thank you very much. I'm not finding it on Instagram. You know why? Because I haven't created it. Well, I haven't created her Instagram account over there yet. I haven't created her Instagram account yet because I didn't want to set up the Facebook group and the Instagram account yet until I knew I would have the time to devote to it in the event. And I'm hoping this goes crazy big, like as fast as possible. And I knew right now I wasn't. Bye, Wanda. Thank you so much for being here, even for a minute. I really do appreciate it. And I'll talk to you later. But I hope you get a chance to relax tonight. But love you. Big hugs and prayers to you, my friend. Ow. But I swear I had hashtagged something on one of my posts. But you know what? I've had some things not show up on Facebook and Instagram recently, like in the last like maybe 5 days or so. And it's kind of frustrating me, in all honesty. But I could have swore, cool, that's okay. I'll stop searching for it. But that's just so weird. Hold on a second. Let me the only thing is I need to quickly find a picture of her that is decent. Or, yeah, no, I want to find a picture of her really quick. Hold on. Don't leave. Just give me 1 second here. I'm just trying to find a good. Oh, that's a video. Why are only videos showing up? That's weird. I've never had only videos show up when I'm trying to post to my story or post on Instagram. That was really weird. I actually, that's what it was. I was going to post on my Instagram, letting everybody know I was going to be going live on here, and I got sidetracked and forgot. I did it everywhere else on my community tab and everything, but I forgot to do it on here on Instagram. I swear. If I don't find a picture of her, I'll just, I guess, do a picture of me. I have 8 million pictures of her, but oh, for crying out loud. Of course, right now I can't find one. I'm finding every other picture on the planet that I've taken, but nope, not that one. Hold on, let me see if anybody said anything. Hello, Wanda. Hey, Tina, welcome. How are you, my friend? I'm just trying to find a picture of Miley so that I can go ahead and post this on Instagram and get the hashtag rolling. But the only thing is I don't have the link to her to this channel on my whatchamacallit, on my bio. I only have my other channel. Okay, I'm not going to go ahead and do this right now because I don't want to waste any more time doing this. I'll make sure to I'll figure it out. Even if it means I have to that I create her channel, Empty Your Closet for Miley account on Instagram to get the hashtag going. That's what I'll do. But her birthday photo is super cute. I know, but I couldn't find it. Her birthday was in April, so I don't understand why I'm not finding it or why it's not coming up. And again, all the videos are coming up. Okay, hold on. Let me scroll to roughly April. Wow, do I have a ton of videos and well, not videos because I've taken most of them off of this phone, but do I have a ton of pictures since April? Craziness, I tell you. I mean, I have some cute pictures, but the background and stuff is just too crazy that I don't necessarily, because I don't want to sit here and edit everything. Seriously, I can't. Oh, there's her birthday pictures. Okay, maybe I'll do this one. All right, but I need to, I guess, yeah, that's what I just did. Thank you. I guess I'll just tell people to search Empty Your Closet for Miley on YouTube. Hi, I'm live on my new channel, Empty Your, not Gore, Your Closet for Miley on YouTube. What the heck just happened? Hi, I'm live, not in, on my new channel, comma, Empty Your Closet for Miley on YouTube. Come join us if you can. And then I'll hashtag Empty Your Closet for Miley. Hashtag YouTube Live. Wow. Okay. What else should I hashtag to get people to notice this? Miley on YouTube, comma, come join us if you can. Okay, I'll just do hashtag Empty Your Closet for Miley and YouTube Live, and because there's 273,000 posts under that hashtag. So all right. No. All right, that's just what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and post it and see what happens. All right, so now the hashtag has been started on Instagram. So, wait a minute, what did I miss here? Been in tears, lost my old dog last week. Oh no, Tina, I'm so sorry. I know what you're going through. I lost both of my German Shepherds within 3 days of a year of each other. I am so sorry. Hugs and prayers to you, my friend. Search on your Facebook page, hit the photo tab. Oh, okay, I got that. Oh no, Tina, so sorry. Tina, I'm so sorry. Sincere condolences. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I totally know. I'm so sorry. Absolutely my condolences, but huge hugs and prayers for you, your family, and now your dog has crossed the Rainbow Bridge and is playing with my 2 girls. Not that makes you feel any better, but yeah, that is, and with my sympathies. That was rough. I mean, I had other animals, and I'm not saying that I didn't care or I wasn't upset when they passed away. We had a couple rabbits and a couple birds and a couple Japanese fighting fish, but when I lost my girls, that was things. It's so hard. Almost 18 years. Wow. I am so, yes. I wish that dogs, I mean, I wish all animals lived longer, but I wish the dogs and well, I mean, cats have a longer lifespan, I believe, if I remember correctly. We used to have a couple cats, but I wish they lived longer. It's so hard that they're only with us for, and 18 years, that's, yeah. That is a long time. My Abby was almost 13 and Bella passed away right a couple months after she turned 11. 18 years. That is so hard. And that's the thing. I feel for kids, because especially when kids get dogs when they're really young, like babies. Well, okay, they aren't getting the kids. The parents are getting the dog for the kids. But when they grow up with them from babyhood, and if whether the dog lives 12 years, 18 years, that is just absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, I so wish that they could live. I wish they could live as long as we do, but I mean, I know with parrots, a neighbor of ours had gotten a parrot, or did he have it already when we moved in? I can't remember, but before they were able to get him, they had to make sure that they had someone to will the bird to, because they live like 80 years or something like that. So they had 2 kids. Well, at the time that they got the bird, I think they had 2 kids. So they willed it to one. But I mean, I don't know. I would rather have to deal with that than losing them so early. 18 years together. That's so special, Tina. That really is very special. Very, very special. I would have loved to have had that much time with my girls. And yes, Miley is scraping away at her bone. I'm hoping I've been picking the ones that have the thicker end, like the bone itself is thicker on both ends, because when they're too thin, she goes and she breaks them. And then, her groomer had found a small shard in her gum that I'd never seen. I didn't see it. And she said the only reason she saw it was because when she was brushing her teeth, she ran across it. And so she was able to get it out, thankfully. And she said it didn't even bleed or anything, but this dog is so determined that she will work on something until she gets it done. Doesn't matter how long it is, doesn't matter what it is. She will work on it until she gets it done. And then she's done with it. She's like, whatever. I've accomplished what I've set out to do, and I'm done. but it does help keep her teeth clean. But I kind of feel bad talking about, I mean, because I know what you're going through. And it was rough for a while for me. I think I was, yeah, of course I was divorced after, but my ex-husband was there when he wasn't there when our older one passed away, but he did make it when our younger one passed away, because we had to make a very difficult decision, or I had to make a very difficult decision, which I never thought I was going to have to make at 11 years old with her. But yeah. Okay, she's trying to bite it. Holy crap. You know, I had to, in the middle of the night, last night? No, night before, she found one of her big ones. This is a little one, but she found one of her big ones that it was done. I mean, she had gotten all the chicken and the marrow and everything out of it, but she still likes to chew on it every so often. Well, in the middle of the night, I'm sleeping, like dead sleep. Wait, was it the night before last that our power went out? So it must have been last night. It was last night. I hear her breaking the bone. And I mean, I woke up, I wasn't exactly sure what was happening, because she never does that in the middle of the night. And obviously she was not happy about something. And so she was taking her frustrations, because that's what she does with these things. And so I got up. She protects her bones, just like my Abby did for the very first time that because I never gave my dogs rawhide. But when we had our older Abby, when we only had Abby, we had gone to visit some of my ex-husband's family on the East Coast and of Florida, and they had a dog, and they used to give rawhide to their dog all the time. And so they just assumed that it was okay. I mean, I'm not saying that to be mean. They just figured that we also gave Abby rawhide. And so they brought her one, because they knew they were going to give theirs one. Well, they gave Abby one. When their dog went to go just sniff her while she was eating it, her first time I'd ever seen her, her fangs come out, and she growled, and she was like, "Get the heck away from my rawhide. This is mine, and you best not come near me." He wasn't even trying to get it. He was just trying to sniff her. But yeah, that's what Miley does with her bones sometimes. So I'm always careful, because I mean, animals just have natural instincts for certain things also. And so I was being careful, but I had to, it took me several minutes in the middle of the night, and I being woken out of what I think was a deep sleep. And I finally got away from her. But if I hear her starting to crack this bone, I'm going to have to take it away from her. Yes, that's what we had to do, make a very hard decision. He was blind and deaf and had bad arthritis. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. But yes, for his sake, it was the best decision. But it's never an easy decision. We need a few more thumbs up. Thank you, Granny D. Yes, if you guys haven't hit the thumbs up button, if you wouldn't mind doing so, I would greatly appreciate it. Tina, you made the best decision for him. Thanks, Granny D. Still second guessing it. I did that for a long time with Bella, but it ended up being, because she went from being absolutely fine in the morning, and I think it was like 22 minutes later, she was completely lethargic, laying on her bed. She actually even pooped on the floor, which she had never. Okay. Those are long stories about her, but when she wasn't she never done it like intentionally, and she wasn't moving, she wasn't anything, and I was like, what the heck happened? I couldn't get her up. I couldn't anything. And so I picked her up, we got her in the car, we took her to the emergency vet, and as it turned out, she had a tumor that was on her heart, and the fluid was building up, and it just, I they said, I don't remember them saying it burst. They had to actually remove fluid off of her heart for her to be able to, that's when she would kind of like perk up a little bit, and she was always looking for me. And anyway, and 6 months prior to that, she had her senior wellness, and everything was perfect. The doctor was even surprised how perfect everything was at 11. And she was like, everything is perfect, everything's great, she's in great health. And then 6 months later, honestly, I think she died of a broken heart. She was so sad after Abby passed away. But they were like, you would have to get a cardiothoracic surgeon, for animals. And they probably could do surgery, but it's going to be open heart. They don't have laparoscopic procedures in this particular case. And, you'd maybe extend her life 6 months, a year, but she's going to be recovering for about 6 months, and it's going to be torture on her. And you're not really extending her life that long. But I second guess that decision a lot, because I'm like, what if? But then again, the surgery would have been thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Would I have been willing to do it if I knew it was going to extend her life for several more years? Yeah, absolutely. But to put her through that when she could have very likely died on the table, and also knowing she may have gotten 6 months, maybe a year out of it, and would have been in so much pain that entire time, if not half of the time, I had to weigh my decision. That was a really hard decision to make, especially since it happened literally like that. Tina, I pray for you to find comfort in your decision. You made a selfless decision. You were thinking of ending his suffering. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Brandy. That was perfectly said. I'm also praying for your comfort in knowing you made the right decision. Hey, Regina, welcome. How are you? Hey, Regina, thanks for coming. Yes, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, I second guessed it for a while. I mean, I'm sure you're going to be, not to make it harder, but you're probably going to be thinking about this for a while. But I finally had to allow myself to believe, because we also have a friend that's a vet, and I was asking her, what are your opinions on this? I mean, she's a pretty well-known vet in New Orleans, and I didn't say that for the purposes of anything. Just she is well known because of how much she cares for animals and everything, and how good she is with them, and her abilities and everything else. And so I reached out to her, and she was like, they're advising you correctly. It's your decision, but it still took a while for me I even think about it sometimes today. Like, did I make the right decision? But the other thing is I did allow myself to believe that it possibly happened for a reason. As much as I didn't, like, for me, a lot of things happen for a reason, and at the time and in the order that they're supposed to happen, even though at the time I may not realize that's what's happening. But once I see other things happen, it kind of makes me then think back that maybe that's why that happened. But she passed away at the end of July. And then when was it? August that Irma came through, or September? Maybe it was September. Hurricane Irma. Hold on. When did Hurricane Irma hit Florida? That's number one search term. September 10th. She passed away at the end of July. September 10th, Irma came through and hit the entire state of Florida. And we were without power for a week. And had I made the decision to do that surgery for her to have gone through that, going a week without air, without any kind of comforts. There were no hotel. We really couldn't afford it, but there were no hotels that were booking anything, at least for the first several days, because we had checked. People were price gouging and charging $500 for a room that would normally be like $90, $100 on the beach, which is horrible and whatever. But she would have had to have gone through recovery of that kind of a surgery without air for, I think it was like 5 days before we were able to get into a hotel that was reasonably priced, that we knew, for the last 2 days, or something like that. I think we were only there, I don't remember, but it was like, I think we were in the house 5 days and then 2 days in the hotel. So as much as I was second guessing myself, and I wasn't even thinking about that at the time that Irma hit, but then later, my mom and I were talking about it, and we're like, oh my God, could you have imagined if, if she was perfectly healthy, it would have been a different story. I mean, it still would have been hard because it was hard for us. And, I mean, it's still hot here in September, but really thinking about it, I was like, you know what? Not that I wished it to have happened or that I had to make that decision. I would have much rather have had her with me, and we would have figured something out. We would have had to have figured something else out. I still believe that, well, first of all, I do think that she died of a broken heart because she was so miserable after my Abby died. But, yeah, but I get where you're coming from. I've had to make that decision several times and it never gets easier, but you just have to remember you did what you felt was best. Exactly. There's a reason why you ended up making that decision at the time, even though right now you're second guessing it. Yeah, I thought it was late September also, but nope, it was September 10th. Yeah. Excuse me. I can't believe it's been 4 years since it happened. I mean, time seriously is flying like crazy. Crazy. I mean, like crazy. Okay, I'm going to make this decision. You didn't. Thank you all for the condolences and prayers. Didn't mean to bring the gloom. You did it. You absolutely didn't. Excuse me. This channel is for animals. I mean, yes, on my live. I mean, when I do lives, I'm going to, at some point, if we're all hanging out and just chatting anyway, I'll bring, crochet into it or yarn or whatever the case is, since we're here. But this channel is for animals. Yes, it's to raise awareness for the needs of shelters and rescues, but it is hold on a second. Being there, it is fun. Whoa, hold on, I'm just saying something to my mom. Oopsie. I hate auto incorrect. Really? Okay. I was just saying goodnight to my mom. But you're totally not. This is an animal channel. But Tina, you needed a safe place to get your feelings out. We understand. Absolutely. You need a safe place. And this is definitely a place that you can. It's alive. I'm eating my gummy bears. That's what I do on my lives. Oh my gosh, my back. Oh, I moved the wrong way. Now I have to undo that. I don't know what I just did. But I'm happy you did share that with me. I haven't heard from you in a while. I've actually been thinking about you. I was about to send you another card, I'm so far behind on cards. I still have 3 subscriber of the week cards to get out, and Leanne is the 4th, but we're waiting on hers because I don't want to send it and her not get it until she has her new address. But and I have 3 packages to send out. It's just been so crazy. And then I'll admit things have been a little tight too, but that's not anybody else's fault. That's my with. But that even isn't that. It's just things have been, I mean, seriously, we've been on the go morning until night, yesterday and today. And it's just been, and every day it seems like it. But I'm looking forward to December 31st. Okay. It's a bittersweet thing. I'm not going to be working at the office anymore. I moved my hand and the reflection went against my little fan that I have here. It freaked me out. I thought I saw like a bug crawl. I'm surprised I didn't scream, but you're welcome. Yes, I have to get that to you. See, with Ravelry, I'm not on Ravelry for a few reasons, but on Ravelry, I can still get a pattern, which I didn't realize, as a guest. But I can have it sent directly to you. So, and I can't remember if it's done as a gift or, I can't remember. I've only done it once, but I can put in your Ravelry account or email. I can't remember how it is, but I can do that and it's sent directly to you. So it's, I don't need to reach out to the pattern creator to get their okay to do that. When it's in a Miley, away from the yarn. Come on. She doesn't normally touch my yarn over there, but she's ornery right now. With like Etsy and where else have I think somebody found a different pattern, not on Etsy, but or no, I think the rest of them have been on Etsy. I always just reach out to the pattern creator and I let them know I have a channel, this is what I do. And I had somebody pick your pattern. Are you okay with me purchasing it and sending it to them? No, Miley. No. Are you okay with me purchasing it and sending it to them? Because for all they know, I'm going to go ahead and use it also. And, it's basically recreating it. Not really recreating it, but reprinting it. But I let them know if I choose to also use the pattern, I will buy it a second time. And I will. I mean, that's only fair. It's their work. But with Ravelry, I can just send it directly to you if I'm remembering correctly, because it's been a couple months since I did that. It was actually the first month that I started doing that then gratitude drawings. And that's been a long time for me and my brain. But yes, absolutely. I'm glad you picked one out. I don't know if it was because I mentioned how stubborn you are. I love you dearly, my friend. You're just the sweetest. But anyway, okay. I'm pretty confident to say that the majority of the people in here are probably from Natalie's Closet, my other channel, and that you're all crafters. If I'm wrong, please let me know. If you don't want to hear anything about crocheting and or yarn and or crochet hooks, please let me know and I will not discuss it. Since this is Miley's channel and it's about, now if any of you guys have a question about, if you weren't here and if you weren't here and you didn't hear everything about, what I'm trying to do or what it is I am doing or what it's about or whatever, or if you have any questions or want clarification on something, please go ahead. Feel free to ask me and I will go ahead and go through that. No, I happened to look and thought I'd bought that pattern by hand. Oh, okay, got it. That's it. I wish I read patterns better. I can read diagrams. Oh, see, I can't read diagrams to save life. Nope. Can't do it. I mean, have I tried? Yes, but it just doesn't come to me. Patterns I've gotten better at. I was never really good at it, but I've gotten better at it and I'm comfortable with them now, for the most part. Now, if it's a really complicated one, that's a different story. I prefer it if there's also a YouTube tutorial or a tutorial of any kind, that I can watch to follow. That's actually how I learned to read the patterns better, because who was it? Oh, a couple of patterns that I did with Shandy at Expression Fiber Arts, like my Adeline. She doesn't necessarily do like a really long tutorial. She just basically gets you, through the repeat patterns. But having watched her I printed out the pattern. I always read through the I don't always, but most of the time I read through the pattern in its entirety, so that I don't get stumped somewhere and then be like, what the heck? And then not be able to figure it out and then just waste all that time. And then I went to her tutorial, and there was somebody else. I can't think of who it was that I've also done that with, but I went to her tutorial and I followed along as she was saying it. I actually found a couple errors on her. One of them was on her pattern compared to what she said on her tutorial. And on another one, it was something that she said different in the tutorial that the pattern was correct. The tutorial wasn't on one. And on the other one, the pattern was incorrect. The tutorial was right. And I reached out to her and I said, I'm so sorry, but I was following this and this is what I noticed. Yes, I like video tutorials if there's one available. Exactly. And so if I'm able to follow the tutorial with the pattern, it's made it so much easier for me to understand patterns now. But I had to go backwards like that. But that's how my brain works. Just like how my first project was a commissioned crocodile stitch blanket. It's just the way my brain works. I couldn't figure out a chain or a single crochet to save my life. But the crocodile stitch made sense to me, and I just went, and then I had to teach myself backwards. But yeah, I love tutorials also. I have a funny feeling that 2 people left after I said that I was going to talk about crochet. It could be a fluke, absolutely, but I have a funny feeling as I said that 2 people left. But since nobody has verbally that you don't want to hear about it, I have a question for you guys. Oh my gosh, that hurt. Oh man, why did I do this? Okay, son of a biscuit. Okay, that's one of my sayings. I need to get on a t-shirt. Son of a biscuit. Oh my gosh, crocodile blanket. I'll bet that was heavy. It was out of fingering weight. It was okay. I still have it because the commissioned piece didn't go through, and it was shortly after I started my business and taught myself. Well, I was teaching myself how to crochet, but it was shortly after I started my business, and a friend told a friend that, oh my gosh, you have to go to her. She'll make you something. I was like, dude, really? And she was very specific. She wanted merino wool or a wool blend. She wanted a thin weight. She wanted specific colors. It was for a baby that was going to be born to have everything. And it was for a pram, the flatbed carriages. So it was smaller. It was a smaller blanket because it was for a stroller or a carriage. But yes, the material itself cost $120 for hanks. Although I only use like a half or maybe a little, almost 3/4 of the fourth hank. But $120 just for the material. And then, of course, my time, which because I was new at it, took longer than if I had done it now. But it's on my Etsy shop. I still have it very highly priced because I'd rather have somebody who's going to appreciate it and or even gift it to somebody that was special to me, that was having a baby, then lower the price to nothing. And I won't. I'd rather keep it just as a memory of my first project. Long story on why that fell through, but I was also new, and I'm very trusting, and I want to believe that everybody, for the most part, everybody is good. Yes, I know that's not the case all the time, because I've been taken for a ride many, many times, because that's how I am. But I took like a $20 deposit. What? No. I now take either the entire cost of materials or 50% of the project minimum. But I didn't then, because I was a trusting dork. But yeah, so I had to eat the whole thing. Anyway, and I love it. It's my favorite stitch of all time. Favorite stitch. Tutorial on my, and obviously Natalie's Closet. I don't know that it was, I think, my first tutorial I did, or maybe I did the row counter tutorial first. But I have a tutorial. Her like upper lip is like up, like hanging open, and her jowls are hanging open. But okay, so my question for you guys, if you guys have run into this, or if you agree, or whatever the case may be, if you are new to the live and don't know what it's about, please let me know so I can let you know, because I'm going into crochet, because I think everybody in here has been here and is from my other channel. But anyway, I used to, when I started crocheting, I loved Susan Bates because it was inline. I loved it. I did not like Boyd. Furls, just I have, is the Odyssey the one that's the heavier one, the metal on the top and then the colored handle? I have a candy shop. I have one of the wooden streamline, the wooden ones. I have the Odyssey, if that's the metal one with the colored handle. I think I have a fourth one. I can't remember, but I have tried all of them. I don't like the wood one at all whatsoever. Yes, I like that it's lighter weight, but I have tried it on so many different yarns. It will, I don't want to say it's snag in the sense that it snags the yarn, but it's very sharp that it doesn't pull right. It could also be the way I crochet, but the weight of the Odyssey is too heavy. Plus, they don't necessarily fit my hand right. Again, it could be, I am a knife hooker, but knife holding hooker, which is it that it's better for knife hookers or pencil hookers? I can't remember which one I've heard is better, because Pan Banged that I did a tour of way months ago, they are a furls distributor. I mean, they are a furls, like they have all the furls. Like you want furls, you go there. Like they even sometimes have pieces that have been retired and they have it. But anyway, so she's very informed about furls and crochet hooks and how to hold it and what the best way, all this other kind of stuff. And she will teach you too. But anyway, she understood where I was coming from, and she said it's probably the way I hook and the way I never had a chance to actually sit down and actually work with her with them. But for the expense of them and the fact that I just have not been able to get them to work with me, I'm not saying I'm against furls. Absolutely not. They just aren't for me. And if I can have time to go over there and sit down with her and she teaches me the right way and whatever, I'll do that. I'll take my hooks with me. Well, she said I could use hers, but I'll take my hooks with me and I'll try it and see. Maybe they will work. I don't know. But I started out with Susan Bates, loved them. And then being on Krista's live with Secret Yarnery forever and ever and ever. And she always talking about the clover hooks. And then the set was on sale. So I went ahead and I got a set. Yes, I don't do anything small. I could have just gotten one and tried it out, but I wanted to try several sizes. And at the time I wasn't necessarily using fingering weight only, but well, now I haven't actually worked with fingering weight, and that's my favorite weight in a while because of the pillows and the stuffies, but I'll get to that in a little bit maybe. I love clover hooks. I am a clover girl all the way, all day, every day, backwards, forwards, whatever. I love clovers. Do I dislike Susan Bates now? No. However, this is a big however. When I started making my adult pillows, please let me know if I'm going to offend anybody by talking about my adult pillows. And I will try to glaze over it and not be as obvious about it, but I'm not going to show them. But when I started the boob pillows, I started with an 8mm, and then I was like, this is too small. So I went to a 9mm. Now 8mm is the recommended hook for Bernat blanket yarn. I always go up at least one size hook because I'm a very tight hooker. I've loosened my grip since being a Hulk grip, but I'm still a tight hooker. So I always go up one hook size. So I tried the 9mm. I preferred it. I shared it on Instagram. I had this consensus was the 9mm hook was the better looking one. So, okay, that's what I used on the boob pillow. Then with the booty pillow, which was the second one I tried, I was like, I want it to be a little bit larger than what this would turn out with the 9mm. I'm going to try 10mm, which is the clover hook that I had, or it ended up being a clover hook that I had. Made it, no problems. Yes, when I was doing the decreases on the top, you kind of can see the stuffing a little bit more, but otherwise it was pretty, great. The boob pillow with the 9mm, totally no stuffing. You can see, yes, I could have stuffed it a little bit more, but still no stuffing at all whatsoever. The 10mm, like I said, the decreases on the top is the only place that you really could see a little bit of stuffing, but otherwise 10mm worked. But I knew that the penis pillow was going to end up being very small if I used the 10mm. So I decided to go up to an 11.5. This was, even though in the back of my mind I had this thought about these two different hooks, I still decided to go with the 11.5 because I figured the 11.5 was going to be smaller than the other one. So I used my Susan Bates 11.5mm plastic hook to make my first penis pillow. Holy, holy, holy as can be. You can see the stuffing left, right, backwards, forwards, everything. So when I started making my 3-foot penis pillow, I went back down to the 10mm. It's still a little bit of holy, but I think I overstuffed it more than it being the problem with the hook. But it was better. When I started my Frankenstein penis pillow, which I still haven't finished, so it's just going to be a black and green sparkle penis pillow, I stuck with the 10mm and tried not to overstuff it, and turned out great. Okay, no problem. So then with a couple of commissioned adult pillows, I stuck with the 10mm. I don't know what I did differently on one of them, but you can see a little bit more of the stuffing. And it's funny because it's a white booty pillow, but you can still see some of the stuffing. Anyway, well, okay, it's not as obvious, but you can see that the holes are bigger. So you would naturally be seeing the stuffing behind it. So, all right, no problem. Well, then when I wanted to make, okay, first of all, Clover Soft Touch is my very, very favorite never changing hook. Is that different than the Amore? Because the Clover Hook Amore, which is this, like this handle, I love these. But anyway, so I'm going to keep, once I finish a 3-foot and the green and black penis pillow, I'm going to market them on Instagram, Facebook Marketplace. I'll put them on my Etsy shop. They're going to be ready to ship. I will keep my adult pillows on my Etsy shop, but I'm not going to be advertising them everywhere. Not because I'm not enjoying making them, but and privately I've been able to get better sales than on Etsy or anywhere else. I told you guys things happen for a reason. I was convinced that these pillows came into my life because the rave was there and they were going to be, my beacon of sales and everything else. And no, you all know I don't like to sew pieces. I don't like to block. I don't like to do any of that. Yes, I know I'm a heathen, Leanne. That's just not my thing. I don't enjoy it. I hate sewing in ends. Actually, gotta say, making these other stuffies, not hating sewing in ends as much. They're a pain in the tuchus, but I'm not hating it as much. But I would never have, first of all, okay, I introduced Katie Dids to you guys on Wednesday, and I showed you some of the patterns that I got of hers. I got 5 more because she put her patterns on sale to help all the profits, which was anything that she made off of these patterns, were going to help another crafter on TikTok and Instagram and Twitch who is having surgery and has to pay out of pocket. But anyway, that's another thing. So I bought 5 more patterns, which is fine because I want to make them anyway. But I've loved Katie. I've followed Katie Dids for a while, and I've loved her patterns, but she's always made them smaller, and they were the hatching ones with the, but they were the smaller ones. I am not into smaller amigurumi anything. Nope, not going to happen. Not my thing. But not right around. She was doing it already before that, but I wasn't actively watching her. But she started making all of her patterns with thicker yarns, making them bigger. I would never, ever, 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 ever decided to make one of them had I not, one, started these adult pillows, sewing pieces together, whatever, making stuffed things versus shawls and blankets and stuff that you didn't have to sew pieces together and everything else, because I don't do that for those either. I would never have started making or even been interested in actually trying out one of her patterns had it not been for the adult pillows and having realized that I was actually, I'm not going to say like for myself, but I was liking making them and it was fun and whatever. And I knew I could do it. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to make the hatching deer, which I have yet to finish. I will show them to you in a minute. I have most of the pieces together. I still have to make one arm, the antlers, and the tail. But I simply haven't had time. I lied. I made 2 other things instead. But all of that being said, I do believe I am really enjoying making these, starting to make these animal stuffies. And I truly believe that they will be a better thing for me. Plus, I can market it as a Kate Dids pattern because it is her pattern. And so many people know her stuff. It's just not even funny. She literally, you have to follow her on Instagram. She had posted her stories of her craft show that she just did. She had one of her craft shows is every year in December. She has the corner booth. People are in a line all the way around before she opens. And typically she's sold out like minutes after she opens, or maybe not minutes, but like an hour or 2 after she opens. This craft show, she was at the back of the place, which is not where she was told she was going to be. Her people still found her crowded as ever. She set up and was open at 7 a.m. and sold out by noon. And she was in a completely different place than people were expecting. People love her stuff. And they love the people that are making her stuff, because she doesn't sell them on Etsy. She only sells the pattern. But she supports and promotes anybody who tags her in stuff that they make using her patterns, because she's very much into supporting other small businesses. But I would never have started this had I not started the adult pillows. So when I say that things happen to me for a reason and at times that they're supposed to, I truly believe that, because that's happened not all my life. Once I got more in tune with why things are happening is when I realized that is the case. But anyway, back to the hooks. I wanted to tell you all that because with the deer, I only had Bernat blanket yarn. So I vowed to myself I was only going to use up to a 9mm hook, because I only go up a hook size from the recommended hook on the label. And so I started the deer, and it's great. Although when I started the decreases on the head, you can kind of see a little bit, but no problem. Well, then she is always talking about Premier Parfait Chunky, and that she uses to make sparkle ones. She uses Premier Pixie Dust with it, which is a sparkle yarn. I showed you guys on Wednesday. I did the unboxing. I love working with Parfait Chunky, just saying. And I now know I love working with Loops and Threads, Sweet Snuggles, which is a 7-weight. So I had asked the question, what hook size should I use with using the Parfait Chunky? Wait a minute. I didn't know. I didn't start making, I haven't started using the Parfait Chunky. I've worked with it to test it, to see how I liked it, but I haven't actually started making anything with it. I got obsessed with wanting to make her bumblebees, but I want to make them big. I don't want to make them small. So she used, in her pattern, she mentioned that she used the Loops and Threads Sweet Snuggles. And when she did the sparkle, she added the pixie dust. Okay, so I went ahead and I did an online order, pick up in store, of 3 skeins of the Sweet Snuggles in yellow and 1 skein in black. They were buy one get one half off. Plus, I had rewards or something, I can't remember. So great. So now I have. Hold on. Hello, Natalie, dropping in to say hi and thank you so much for the ice cakes. I received my package. Yay, Zara. Yeah. Did I not respond to your email? I swear I thought I responded. I swear I responded to it. But you're very welcome. I'm glad you got it. And welcome tonight. Yes, different than the Amore. Huh. I don't need to try any other hooks. But now I got to try another hook. What did you say it was? Soft touch? Why did you have to tell me that? Won't be able to stay today by now. Have a good night. Oh, I'm so sorry I missed you, Zara, but have a great night. Sweet dreams, my friend. Hugs to you. And I'm so happy you got the ice yarns and that you like it. Okay, so I was sitting there wondering, because she never talks about the hook size she uses. Because on her, if you ever follow her on Instagram, she does a lot of lives. And while she's on her lives on Instagram and TikTok, she crochets and she's making her stuffies, because she's always making them to have for her craft shows. But she will never tell you what hook size she uses, because she has a really weird, she uses a way, 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 way small hook for, with the Parfait Chunky and the Pixie Dust. I think one time she mentioned she's using a 6mm or something like that. I can't remember. Wait, J is 6mm. I swear she said she was using a G. I could be wrong, but because people have turned around and made a big stink on Facebook or wherever else saying, Katie Dids told me to use this size hook. She never tells you to use anything. If she does happen to mention it, she's just saying it's her hook size that she uses because she knows her tension and it works for her. Anyway, so she doesn't say anything, and it wouldn't be the right hook for me anyway. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, I wasn't sure what hook size to use with Parfait Chunky and Pixie Dust. Now I've got Sweet Snuggles, which is a 7, and I want to use Pixie Dust. So what the heck? I forget what the label says. I think the label suggests an 11.5 on the Sweet Snuggles. So I decided I was only going to go up a 12 because Pixie Dust is it says it's a 4. It's not a 4. I'm telling you, if I had to swear on anything, I would swear it's a thin 3. It so doesn't add anything. Honestly, I almost would want to say it's like lace weight, the way it would work up and actually adding anything. And unless I got a bad batch or something, then that's my opinion. But I'm not. It's categorized as a 4. I only went up to a 12mm with the Sweet Snuggles and Pixie Dust. and I stuck with the 9. No, that's what I can't remember if I did the 9mm hook, because for the wings, you use with the wings, you use with when you're using the Sweet Snuggles, she used the Bernat blanket. Well, I was also adding pixie dust. So okay, thank you. I'll check later. So I can't remember. I'm almost positive I still use the 9mm because pixie dust to me doesn't add anything. Well, okay, so my 12mm that I have is a clover hook. So that's what I used on the first bumblebee I made. That was loops and threads, Sweet Snuggles, which is a 7, and pixie dust, which is technically categorized as a 4, but is not a 4. It's just not a 4. Awesome. So then I finished that bee yesterday. I made a second bee today. Well, I started it last night, but I finished it today. It really would only take maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours probably for me, because I always get interrupted and whatever. But on the second bumblebee, I was only using loops and threads. It suggests 11.5mm. Why did I only do an 11.5? Why did I do the recommended hook size? Well, I don't have a 12.5, so that would be part of it. I don't even know if they make a 12.5, but I figured since I only used a 12 for the Sweet Snuggles and the pixie dust, that I would just go ahead and use the 11.5 with just the Sweet Snuggles. I haven't done the wings on the second bumblebee, but here is my theory. And you tell me if you have used both of these and if you have the same theory. I'm telling you, and I've had this thought before, and I've done swatches before, and in all honesty, I never really thought about it then. It crossed my mind because of the way they look. But when I was doing my adult pillows and I used the 11.5, I did a swatch of the 12, and I can't remember why, but I decided to only do the 11.5. I'm telling you, the 11.5 Susan Bates is bigger than the 12mm Clover. Could it be because this is inline and this is not? Possibly. But if you look at it, yes, this is inline. But even this way, to me, the Susan Bates looks thicker slightly than the neck of the 12mm. And I'm going to tell you why. I did the same tension because I was making sure it was tight because I didn't want any holes. And I used Sweet Snuggles on both, one of them having pixie dust. Would you not think using a 12mm with Sweet Snuggles, which was used on both, and pixie dust, they look either alike, or I think this one a little bit bigger. But I agree with you. But I used what's supposed to be a bigger hook with Sweet Snuggles and pixie dust, and then a slightly smaller hook with just Sweet Snuggles. And you tell me what you see. Uh-oh, I can see the stuffing. What happened? Oh, and I had to throw out I put a safety eye on. I put the backing on. And then I went to just turn it a little bit. Evidently, I put it in the wrong. I didn't. It just came right out, and the backing was already on it, and I can't get the backing off. But anyway, you can kind of sort of see a couple little holes, but you can't really see the stuffing. But this is, oh, they're going to have fur on them now. This is my bumblebee with the Sweet Snuggles and the pixie dust. You can't see the sparkle because the sparkle, I'm telling you, the sparkle can barely be seen with anything. You can see it more with the wings, but can you see a little bit of sparkle in there? Anyway, this is with Sweet Snuggles and pixie dust using the 12mm Clover hook. Okay. This is the Pixie or the Sweet Snuggles with a 12 millimeter hook. Hold on. He's bigger on my left. This hand right here, he's bigger. There. I can't get them to be straight up. Almost there. He's wider. She's longer. But, I mean, seriously? I used a bigger hook and more yarn with this one. And this only has Sweet Snuggles. And he's bigger than her. I mean, now I'm convinced that the Susan Bates is bigger. Okay, you can't really see it on camera, honestly. But she, like I said, she's a smidge longer, but look how much wider he is. And he's wider that way. I mean, craziness. That's crazy. This is a bigger hook and only one yarn. This is 2 yarns and a smaller hook. What? No, this is a bigger hook and 2 yarns. This is a smaller hook and he's bigger. I mean, that's just nuts. That's craziness in my mind. But, uh-oh. Don't fall, please. Oh, how cute. Thank you. Oh my, that's adorable, Natalie. I do see the differences a lot. I mean, seriously. I came in here because I thought for sure. I couldn't really remember her size. But I came in here, I was like, what's going on here? It's just so weird. I think the Susan Bates are bigger to me too. I wish I could use them. Yeah, so now I understand why my original penis pillow that I used an 11 and a half on has more holes than it probably would have if I used a Clover 12 millimeter. But yes, those are adorable. Now, here's my question though. I was figuring that the one used with pixie dust was going to be larger because bigger hook, more yarn, than the one that was used with just Sweet Snuggles and a smaller hook. However, that's not the case. I was going to charge like a few dollars more for the one with the pixie dust because it was, you know, it's got sparkle yarn and more yarn being used with it. Also figuring that the one without the pixie dust was going to be smaller. Now I don't know that I can do that because he's bigger than her and doesn't have the sparkle. Doesn't have the sparkle in it. I mean, my mom was like, it doesn't matter. That other one is different. It's got sparkle yarn, so that one is just unique and could be a couple dollars more than the other one. And you explain the reason why is because this one has sparkle yarn and this one doesn't. But I don't know if I thought there was going to be a bigger difference between the size, being that she was going to be bigger than he was. And even if I had ridiculously tighter tension with the 12 millimeter hook, with the pixie dust and the Sweet Snuggles, I still thought she would have been at the very least the same size. But I was very careful. I will say that I don't necessarily enjoy. I love working with the Sweet Snuggles. It is so soft and plushy and just awesome. I will say that I'm not as big of a fan using the pixie dust with it. I love it because I love the little bit of sparkle it has in it. And it did make the stitches a bit like closer together. But first of all, it was a pain in the tuchus when I would miss the stitch. It would go into the like pixie dust and then I'd have to go back out to try to undo that and then whatever. That's not as big of a deal. That was a little minor inconvenience. But I was noticing as I was running across my finger, as I was using it, the pixie dust it's soft on its own, but working with it, especially with a tighter stitch, was kind of rough on my finger. That was the one thing I really did not enjoy doing, but I do like the little bit of sparkle it gives it. Those are just adorable. Love them. I haven't tried anything that big yet. Yeah, I will only do it I will only do big. If somebody said you can't do it big anymore, you have to go small, I'd be like, okay, I'm done. It's just not happening. Oh dear, I need to go. Bye, everyone. Love you, Natalie. Love your Miley channel. Wish you all success, and it deserves. Chat soon. Bye. Okay, no problem, Leanne. I hope everything's okay, but I know it is. So have a great day. I forget you're on the other side of the world. Have a great rest of your day. I love you, my friend. Huge hugs and prayers to you. And yes, we'll talk later. So anyway, I'll show you the deer that I started. I do need to get more safety eyes. Now, that is going to be one of the small businesses I'm going to share with you, because you all know I'm passionate about supporting small business. It drives me nuts how many things we have here that are made from China. It's just a given nowadays, but it drives me nuts. But I refuse to support, or I refuse to buy things made in China from China. It's just, I can't do it. I can't do it. I got to put my foot down somewhere. So I refuse to use AliExpress. Now there is one person in particular, a million posts on it or listings on Etsy. They're in China and they sell the safety eyes. I don't know if they are Mr. AliExpress and sell it on there, or if they just buy them from AliExpress cheaper and sell them more expensive on Etsy. I don't know. But when I realized that they were from China and that they lived in China, and of course the eyes were from China, I wasn't going to go through them. So I searched and searched and searched on Etsy. You can find some other ones that live here in the States, but I finally found an Etsy shop that sells safety eyes that are here in the States, and the safety eyes are from the States, because they also hand paint some, and they also have glass safety eyes that they hand paint. But that's where I ordered my safety eyes from. Now I'm going to have to order more. They gave me the link to their website, which is where you can get them in bulk, or like starting with 50 sets of eyes and then as many as you need, basically. Yes, it's a little bit more expensive going that way versus even the person that is in China and sells, I'm guessing, the AliExpress ones. But I really do like their safety eyes. I just have to get more, especially since I lost one of them today, or one set today. Well, I only lost one of them, but I don't have a pair for it now. But with the bumblebees, there's only so many colored eyes that I can use that would actually not look ridiculous with it. So I'm kind of stuck right now with not being able to make many more. And I was kind of, because we're doing a garage sale. We were going to do a garage sale this Saturday, which we didn't end up doing because it was supposed to rain all day. As it turns out, it rained all day Friday. Anyway, long story. But we decided to go ahead and do it on the 27th because that's also Small Business Day. So I'm going to have my banner up, and we're going to have our tent over that area. And I'll have my original booty pillow and out, because people seem to be more accepting of it since it has a thong and everything. And then I'll have the other two pillows available for somebody to see if they were interested. But I was hoping to have a bunch more bees, but unless I get more safety eyes, that's not happening. And I have to buy more, because I can get one bee out of one skein of, Sweet Snuggles. Now, Katie, I don't know how she does it, but she said she can get 2 1/3 bees out of one skein of Sweet Snuggles. I have just a very little bit of yellow left doing one bee. No. No. I did get 2 out of 1. Yay. Okay, I did get 2 out of 1. I just couldn't get a third. I couldn't get a third of one out with what I have left. Yay, I'm so excited. Okay, so I could still make 4 more bees. But I don't think I have enough eyes that would make sense. Like, because I have like orange, I think, left, and maybe red, and I think blue, and something else. So I don't know that would really go with the yellow and the black. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm hoping to have my deer completed by then, as well as possibly, hopefully, making the dino. Oh, do you guys want to see the other patterns that I bought from her? That it was in support of Andrea with Wickedly Handmade. If yes, I'll show them to you. If not, I won't worry about it. But let me get the deer out of the bag. But I mean, aren't these freaking adorable? I mean, they're big, but I love them. I think they're so cute. So cute. I still have to make the wings for the other one, but so adorable. My mom said I should put a smile on him or her, but I don't know. I'll see. I just think they're so cute. Don't fall. Please don't fall. No, don't fall. Stay. Oh, they're going to fall once I take him out of his bag. I showed a lot of this. Well, I showed part of his body before, but I showed the other parts of him. Ow. Okay, I'll show you the other patterns in 1 second. But, okay, so this is his head and body for the deer. Yes, she does make the head significant or bigger than the body. I probably could have stuffed him a little bit more. I mean, he's still pretty stuffed. And the head, doesn't fall because it's not stuffed enough. I mean, it kind of leans a little bit, but not bad. But yes, I have long tails for sewing, and I already make long tails as it is, but I made even longer tails. So here are his feet, which are going to go there. I have one arm because the arm is supposed to like kind of dangle. Okay, these arms are too big for his body. But I followed the pattern. I may have to readjust it. There's his nose. He looks funny without a face, but there's his nose. And then I have both ears. They need to... Wait. The ears are like somewhere here, and then the antlers go right there. So he's going to have 2 antlers, and then he's going to have his tail, and then the feet and whatever. He may look like he may not, I don't know. He may look a little weird. I may not be able to sell him. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe he'll turn out cute. Right now he looks like an alien, I think. But once he's put together, and this is made with Bernat Blanket Sparkle yarn. I don't think you can see the sparkle, but it's made out of the coral Bernat Sparkle and the like mint colored sparkle. Okay, you go to sleep. Uh-oh, I found a Miley fur on him. Man. Miley's fur is everywhere. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get the patterns. Ow. Oh, I got up too quick. The only thing I will say that's not frustrating, it's a minor thing with Sweet Snuggles, is that the end of it, like once it's cut, or like the end of it just in general, it sheds like crazy. Just like there's fluff. I had like little fluffs of Sweet Snuggles all over me, all over the couch when I was working at my mom's, all over the bed. Now, what I mean, as a finished piece, it doesn't undo itself, but on the ends it does a lot. All right, for anybody that didn't see Wednesday's video, these were the original patterns I got. First of all, okay, her bumblebee pattern is free. It's on Instagram. It's one of her posts. That's free. The deer, the deer pattern is in my bag and like I think scrunched right now. This is what he's supposed. Wait, let me show you the one with the actual safety eyes. It's a paid pattern, so I can't show you everything. All of these are paid patterns. This is what he's supposed to look like. I don't think mine is going to look like this. I think the arms. I also didn't do the markings on his forehead. I don't know. I don't think mine's going to look like that. But this is the deer with the safety eyes. That's what he looks like. Mine is not this size. I have a funny feeling she used Sweet Snuggles on this, but that's what he's going to look like once he's finished. Then I also got this pumpkin pattern. It's called Pumpkin Patch. Because my mom, we saw a pumpkin that looked like it was knit, which we all know that knit can be machine replicated, whereas crochet can't. At Pottery Barn when we were there a few weeks ago for her birthday weekend. And she really liked it, but it was like, I want to say like $75 or $100 or something like that. It was probably about yay big, maybe, and it's supposed to be a pillow or like a decorative pillow for your couch or whatever. So she was like, can you make one for me? And I said, yeah. Have I started it? No. Is it already November 7th? Yes. But anyway, so I went ahead and I got her pattern because I was wanting to support her anyway, but I got her pumpkin pattern, and then what she calls Baby Tree Man, but it's Groot from you guys know the movie that Groot is in, right? What is I can't think of the name of the movie. Anyway, so she has Baby Groot. Well, you can't name it Groot because it's a licensing issue and you can get in serious trouble because it's yeah. So but he is adorable. I love Groot. This is a lot of detail work for me, and that's the one thing I'm not too crazy about, but gotta make him. Just gotta make him. And then I got this bat pattern. This is one of her hatching patterns, and that's his little Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, thank you, Denise. That's the bat in his little cocoon, because this is the deer is a hatching deer also, but I'm not making the hatching part or the cocoon because, I mean, it'd have to be like massive. This is the bat out of his hatching, out of his thing. And from my understanding, the bat does really well even outside of Halloween. We'll see. This is her hatching dino and unicorn. The thing is with the unicorn, I'm going to be making the curly Q hair for her versus this hair. And large. These are small ones, but mine are going to be large. Let me show you them. Well, she has the dino separate, but this is what the dino looks like. He's so adorable. Evidently, well, I hear that the dino and the unicorn do really well. So those are the ones that I showed on Wednesday. Guides to the Galaxy. Yeah, no, Guardians of the Galaxy. I could not think of it. I knew Galaxy was in there and Guardians, but I couldn't put two and two together. So anyway, this is the hatching fox. I would love now these. I'm not looking to get all of her patterns, but again, I was wanting to support her like fundraiser for Andrea with Wickedly Handmade. So I got a few more patterns that I was wanting to ultimately get, but this was the fox pattern. This is the hatching fox. He is adorable, and at some point I will make him. Now, this one I am looking forward to making because I have heard there are a lot of people that like this. This is the axolot. What is this from? I told that, well, the hatching axolot. But what is this? What is this thing from? Is it a game, like an online game or something? The axolot. But that was one I just got on Friday, I think. I got to do this because I absolutely love monkeys. She is my monkey. All of my girls were my monkeys. But look at this little hatching monkey. I'm going to find him outside of his cocoon, though. But I love his ears. They're just so cute. Plus, I have a pattern for a watermelon and banana that I'm going to make. This has a lot of sewing on parts, which is not my favorite thing, but I am liking it because I love these animals. But I'm not liking it, but this is the monkey in its entirety. I just think he is so freaking cute, especially his ears. I mean, just adorable. And his tail is too cute, plus the banana, if I make the banana. This I figured for Easter would be good. It's a hatching hippity hop or a rabbit. I think is just really cute. I don't know that I'm going to use the felt eyes. First of all, I don't have anything to make the felt eyes. I haven't researched to see if I can just buy them somewhere. But oh, that little small business with the safety eyes sent me a couple of noses, pink noses, heart noses. Maybe I can use that for the bunny rabbits. And then this is the last one. This is the Floofy Friends Duo pattern. This curly Q hair, I don't know if you're going to be able to really see it. The curly Q hair is what I'm going to be doing on the unicorn. But these are just so adorable. And just, this is this one right there. I just think it's so cute. And she makes her own safety, I mean, her own felt eyes with her, I think crickets is what she has, if I'm not mistaken. I think she has a couple of them. Those are all so cute, aren't they? She makes the most adorable patterns. And I'm trying to see if there are any better pictures of these guys. What is this? Why would you do that? But she has the most adorable patterns. I've loved her patterns for a long time, but I never had any intention of making them. Just, it's not my thing. I'm a groomie, at least smaller ones are not my thing. But once I made, like I said, once I made the adult pillows and was like, okay, this is cool on this size level. And then she was actively making them in larger yarns. I was like, okay, I gotta try this. And now I think this is the direction I'm gonna go. I mean, not that I'm not gonna make, I'm still gonna make like shawls and baby blankets once I get these going. Or maybe I'll do those as a break from these type of thing. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But I just really, really like them. It looks like everybody left. Those are all so cute. They are. Who is still here, if you don't mind telling me? Because it looks like there's only 3 people left. It just went from like 9 to 3. It's okay because I'm going to have to get going soon here anyway because my mom has a doctor's appointment in the morning that I'm going with her to. You know what I mean. Hey, Tina. Okay, thank you. But I will ask for some just general prayers for her just to make, this is, I don't want to say it's a follow-up. I guess it kind of is. It's with a different, it's a new doctor. But just prayers that everything turns out the way our primary figures it is leaning. But I would appreciate that. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Okay, yeah, you're definitely in my prayers. So if you guys can keep Tina in your prayers also, her surgery is on Wednesday. Time flies, I tell you. Wait, do I have, I think I have it in my, no, I don't. I don't have it in my, oh, Tarte. Somebody just had something. Or was it this one? No. Man, time flies. No, where is it? I swear I thought somebody just recently, I had somebody in my calendar. This is so weird. Oh, okay, no. It was for some scans and stuff for somebody. Um what is this? Somebody's doing a hashtag breast cancer aware pumpkin tag. Oh, I gotta check that out. Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked. Um, I don't think anybody, only my aunt saw my post on Instagram. It looks like that's okay. Um, I know that was like rather like last minute. I was already on here for how long before I did that? Anyway, but I am going to get going because we have to be there at 8. So I'm planning on getting up at like 6ish roughly because we want to try to eat something before we get over there. But if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, if you wouldn't mind, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. And you are in our prayers, not only for your surgery on Wednesday, but also for you and your family while you're going through the grieving process with your fur baby. But yeah, I'm not sure how often I'll do a live on here right now. Maybe as I kind of gain some momentum. Um okay, good to see you too, Regina. As I gain momentum on here, and I'll try to I'll try to promote it a little bit more on my other channel. I mean, I did post it on my Facebook, um, on my personal Facebook page and my group, um, and on my community tab. And Granny D, I mentioned it on her live also. But the next time I plan on doing a live on here, I'll try to make sure more people are aware and maybe have a few more people mention it either on their community tab like Granny D did or, whatever. But I will still be doing one special live on my Natalie's Closet channel once a month, so that maybe there could be a bigger response also. And yeah, so I'm going to play that by ear. But thank you all so incredibly much for being here on the first live on this channel. Miley does say bye to her peeps. She's just sleeping and giving me an attitude because she's like, I'm not talking to you. But she does say bye to her peeps, and she says thank you very much for supporting her channel. And if you guys wouldn't mind sharing this in anywhere that you think would be appropriate, obviously don't just spam people, but that would be appreciated. And if you do donate something to your local shelters, or if you decide to send something, off of the Amazon wish list, that would be awesome. I'll always do a video about it, both when I receive it and when I deliver it. But if you do donate to your own local shelters or rescues, if you wouldn't mind doing it on behalf of Empty Your Closet for Miley, so I can get the name and the hashtag out there so that there is awareness once I am able to set this up as a full-on charitable foundation, that would be amazing. Of course, like I said, that's going to take an attorney and maybe some sponsors and investors and friends that are willing to volunteer, until such time that it gets to the point that I'd be able to afford to be able to pay anybody. But yeah, I'm hoping for it to I would love to get this to be like where I can like be able to raise tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for animal shelters and rescues, because I absolutely love animals. And if we had the space and the money, we would be adopting animals left and right. Just saying, that's just the way it would be. But unfortunately, we're not in that position. But anyway, I'm turning this into a 15-minute goodbye like on my other channel. I don't have a tagline yet. I still have to think of one. But have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys. Oh, crap. I have to record my video for tomorrow. Huh. I have to figure out. I'm gonna show these guys and open my Happy Mail finally, because that was supposed to happen on yeah. So anyway, you'll see me on tomorrow's video, but also Tuesday night on my regular live on Natalie's Closet at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. Have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams to you all. And thank you all so incredibly much for all of your support. You guys are amazing. I love you guys dearly. And prayers to everybody. And if you do need prayers, feel free to email me at my regular email address, natalies.closet@yahoo.com. You can email me at this email address, which is EmptyClosetForMiley@yahoo.com. And I'm needing to make sure to get better at checking that email. But yeah. But love, hugs, and prayers to all of you. I love you guys dearly. Thank you all so much for your support. You guys are really awesome. And my mom did say to say goodnight. She just made a quiet goodnight and messaged me and yeah, but she did say to say goodnight. And thank you all so much for all the prayers for us, as well as all of our friends that we know could use prayers. And Tina, you are also, I already told you you're in, you guys are all in my prayers. But have a great night. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.